We are joined now by Georgia tight end Brock Bowers. You've seen him take end arounds. You've seen him catch passes. Kirby Smart's talking about you just whipping people in workouts. He also says, like, he came out and said, you're not going to get 3 words out of Brock. Was he making fun of you on the way over here about this?
Yeah, he mentioned to me that I was going to say that, but I mean, yeah, I'm not a huge talker, I guess.
Okay, so do you think about that though? Like, as your star has risen, and we're in the NIL world now, where you build your brand, all that stuff. Obviously, you have an NFL future ahead of you with endorsements and all that. Do you ever think about, okay, I don't like talking, but do I have to figure out how to like talking?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't like it, but it's just part of it, and I gotta do it.
All right, so let me break this down for you, because we had Cedric Van Pran on, and I asked him, did you know that he was a Pee-wee quarterback, like flag football, fat kid quarterback?
I don't believe that.
Okay,
no.
So I was asking about, you got to come up with trick play for him, and you'll appreciate this in your center.
Oh.
He did not want to throw it. He wants to run the option. But here,
wow.
You're involved in his dream triple option. I was like, Brock's the pitch man, right? He's like, nah, dive back.
Wow.
How would you think you could handle like a straight-on fullback role?
Wherever they put me, I'll go after it. But I feel like you want to put like Mims or something right there.
That's what I was thinking too.
Like
exactly.
Tate or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but that he wants you on the dive, coming downhill.
Whatever works.
So that's what you're kind of it's weird. You're that type of player in the tight end of 2023's body. And have you always been the kind that just loves contact and?
Yeah, I mean it's always fun just going and try to dominate somebody. I mean it always feels good doing it.
So that's what I was wondering, when you look at how the tight end position is used now, do you appreciate that you still want to do all that stuff? 'Cause it seems like there's guys out there that just want to go catch the ball.
Yeah, I mean I'd feel soft if I wasn't doing all that. I mean I don't know. It would just make me feel like kind of soft, I guess. That's a big word for Coach Smart, is like you're being soft.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is, for a football player, the worst thing someone can say, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like being soft and not being tough. Yeah.
And in your program, I imagine that you have to prove that day one, every day. And I'm thinking about the level of players that you guys bring in. When these freshmen come in, how much do they want to prove themselves right off the bat?
Yeah, I mean they're all highly ranked recruits, obviously. And, I mean they all, for the most part, have something to prove. So I mean they feel like they got to do it.
So your tight end room, how much does that change without Darnell? Because I mean he was a unicorn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I feel like we're not going to have another dude like Darnell, obviously, because we're not going to have another dude that's 6'8", 280 and move like that. But I mean we do have Oscar Dell, we have Lawson Luck, we have Pierce Burlin, and they all bring different things to the table, and they're all awesome dudes. So
when you got to Georgia and Darnell's sitting there in your room, were you thinking, I don't know about this. This is maybe a little bit different here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you go stand by Darnell, he's a mountain of a dude. I mean, it's impressive. Like even John Fitzpatrick, he's a big dude too.
Does somebody? I'm curious. Does somebody come tell you when you get to Georgia, like, hey, they don't all move like Jalen Carter. Like, not everybody's as big as Darnell. Like the people you're gonna play.
Yeah, I mean they don't really tell us that, but I mean, it's hard to like go against our defense every single day, especially that defense my freshman year and last year, and even this year again. I mean, we're going against like pretty much the best defense in the nation, which helps us out offensively a lot.
So Kirby was talking about the class that came in before you in 2020 and how most of those guys have stuck. A lot of those guys are starters. What is it about kind of the selection process for offering you guys and then you guys deciding that Georgia's the program for you that has allowed them to basically keep your teams together?
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with like just picking apart people's minds and like knowing what they want going into it, and knowing like their mindset and how committed they really are.
I talked to Will Muschamp about this last year, and he mentioned that they want people to see practices. They want recruits to see how they're going to be coached at practice. How educated were you during the recruiting process to what it was going to be like once you got there?
I wasn't educated a lot just because I was that COVID class that didn't really get any visits.
Yeah.
And I was so far away, it was hard for me to make a trip out. And Yeah, so it was, I really had no clue what to expect going into it.
But you survived.
I did somehow. Yeah,
You didn't get called soft, or maybe you
A
did.
couple times. Yeah,
But then
said take that soft stuff back to Napa Valley is what he said a couple times. So yeah.
You know, it's not your fault you're from Napa Valley, but it does sort of bring that on, right?
Yeah, it does.
Everybody's making the wine jokes, and people asking you like what to pair with a good cab.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what pairs with a good cab?
No clue. No clue. No, don't know anything about wine.
Well, you don't need to in Athens, Georgia. So
Yeah, exactly.
Brock Bowers, thank you so much.
All right, so thank you.